We often forget that the very first impression that therapy clients get of us as private practice owners is our voicemail. So many of us are in session when clients call, and we forget that the first impression matters more than we think. In this video, I am going to break down exactly what to say on your private practice voicemail. Don't worry, I am going to give you scripts along the way that you can literally save and copy for your private practice. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelly Stevens. I teach therapists how to build thriving six-figure private practices. My channel is still really small, and it means the world to me if you introduce yourself, drop a comment below, tell me if you have a private practice voicemail, if this is something you've struggled with, if you get nervous like we all do. I think I've recorded mine like 300 times. Introduce yourself and I will write back. Before we go any further, let's just talk about the logistics of recording your voicemail. The very first thing I want you to do is to make absolutely sure that you record in a quiet background. I cannot tell you the number of times I have heard people's voicemails where their kids are in the background or their pets. Pick a quiet room. It can even be your bathroom, but make sure it is quiet. Number two, when you are recording, put a smile on your face. I know it sounds kind of wacky because there is no one there, and obviously you don't have a video voicemail script, but having a smile does change the tone of your voice, as you can tell by me just doing it right now. So make sure to smile while you are talking, because that sort of voice tone is really what our clients want to hear when they want to feel safe and secure and connected, and like the other person who is on the other side of that voicemail is somebody that they genuinely would want to talk to. Now, this is kind of a logistical one, but when you are recording your voicemail, you do not want to be right here, okay? When you're recording your voicemail, you want to hold your phone about 6 to 8 inches away. Again, small little trick, but it is a good way to make sure that it sounds really clear. Next, I want you to keep your message short. A lot of times people are calling when they are anxious and afraid and scared. They don't want to listen to a huge long voicemail. Keep it 20 to 30 seconds and that's fine. Next, let's talk about what to actually include in that voicemail. The first thing you're going to include is just a greeting. This should sound a lot like you, and here are some examples. What I personally say on my voicemail is, "Hi, you've reached Kelly Stevens. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in Santa Barbara, California, and I have offices both in person and virtually. I'm really excited to speak with you." Another thing you could say is, "Hi, you've reached the counseling offices of..." You might have a group practice and you could fill in the group practice name there. The next thing I want you to do is add a little bit of reassurance. This could be something as simple as saying, "I'm so glad that you called. I'm looking forward to speaking with you." You might even choose to say something like, "I know that reaching out is a big step and I'm looking forward to talking." Next, one of the most important things that you can do for therapy clients is to give them crystal clear next steps on what to do with your voicemail. So here's what I usually say. I make every effort to return calls within 24 to 48 hours of you leaving your voice message. So if it's been more than 48 hours, please go ahead and call me back and assume that for whatever reason I did not get your message. Also, calls left on Fridays or on weekends will be returned on Monday morning. You're also always welcome to text me, but please know that neither my voicemail or text messages are meant for emergencies, and I do respond to text messages within 24 to 48 hours and again on Monday mornings if they're left on the weekend. These are the boundaries that I use in my practice, and it's really important that you decide on the boundaries that work for you in your practice. I also specify these in my intake paperwork. So if you are going to have boundaries like this, I actually suggest putting it in your intake paperwork, and I will put a link to my paperwork packet below. The next thing that every therapist needs to make sure to have is an emergency disclaimer. So this would be something like, if you are calling and this is a life-threatening emergency, please hang up now and dial 911. Now, I want you to remember that although I do teach therapists how to build private practices, I am not a lawyer, so you want to make sure that you check with the licensing board in your state to make sure you are in compliance with their specific laws around what to say on the emergency section of your voicemail. The very last thing you want to make sure to say is, I'm really looking forward to speaking with you. You want to, again, make sure you smile here when you're saying it because that warmth does come through. Now, I went through this a little bit quickly, but I am going to put 3 or 4 potential scripts in the description of this video, which you can check out right below, so that you have exactly what works for you. And then you want to make sure to tailor it for your voice and your private practice. I have tons and tons of private practice scripts in my private practice scripts book, which I will also link below. But I would really love to know what other scripts that you would like to see on my YouTube channel. So put those in the comments and I will record videos soon, and I'll see you next time.